can't remember what all it does. I know the 2 thumbs down is rain.
Oh, it does. That is definitely.
Peace sign. What does that do?
Peace sign is just
like
one balloon.
There you go.
I wondered why balloons went off earlier in the show. So now
a little heart. Oh my God, the hearts! Look.
Wow.
It's my little Care Bear thing.
Creations by Ray.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Finders Flippers Resell Podcast, episode number 62. Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
Doing great, Wes. 62 episodes in, we have Ray from the Nashville Flippers here, so it should be a good show. Ooh.
Ray, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well.
Thank you so much for being very, very patient.
Ready for the weekend.
I understand. Let's jump right into that because I know that's what everybody wants to hear. It's a few days away from the Reseller Meetup in Nashville, started by you last year. Here we are at year 2. Let's talk about, what's the differences from last year to this year so far?
More people. A lot more people.
Give us a number, a solid number.
We have close to I don't know the exact number, 200 people that are registered to come. That said that we are coming, not including everyone that says they're coming or last minute coming or whatever. So yeah, like Stuart and Wes. So, but
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that Stuart and I are not in the running for a bag. Is that correct?
Well, you won't be there for the meet and greet anyway. So
yeah, I know.
But after the meet and greet, I would say that probably a third of the people won't do anything else. So, which is okay. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're doing a lot of the same things that we did last year. Just kind of like seeing what worked last year and what didn't work last year, and just kind of tweaking everything. The meet and greet is going to be longer. It's going to be bigger. We're having my friend Joe and Nicole with I Flip That. They're doing their Reseller Showdown game show live at the meet and greet. Which, man, guys, they got like $1,000 worth of giveaways for like prizes.
I know you said this year will be, similar to last year, just bigger. What are some of the main things you learned last year, putting it on for the first time that you knew not to do this year, or, that you're tweaking or changing?
I mean, for sure is like, I didn't know. One of the things is like having a head count. So that's where the registration came in. So just a ballpark number of the head count. So I can have a record of who came and who didn't come. And then getting with the restaurants and saying that, hey, we have over 100 people that are coming. And I just like showing up and being like, hey, we're here. We have a table for like 80 people. Mm-hmm. Can you accommodate us? So, yeah. But just trying to navigate that and trying to navigate, because it's a free event and nobody has to pay anything to do any of what we're doing. And so just navigating sponsorships and navigating, paying this and paying not this, and just trying to give the people a good experience, because even though it is free, a lot of people are using a lot of their resources to get here. Hotels, planes, a lot of money is being spent. And so I want to be able to give as much value to the people that are coming and attending, because even, like I said, even if it's free, it's costing them something. So right. I want to be able to make sure that everyone has a great time. They get to meet great people, and not. So that's the main thing, really. But the restaurants for sure, Stuart.
So who's coming the furthest distance? Do you know?
That's a great question. I don't know. I know we have some people coming from Texas. Joe and Nicole are coming from Minnesota, Kansas, Central Florida. I don't know. What would be the furthest? I guess like probably somewhere west would be the furthest, but I don't know anybody coming that far to be here.
Minnesota's a good distance.
Minnesota's a good distance. Yeah, they are flying, so they're not driving. Oh, and Brendan, some people coming from. I would have to say that one of the consignment chat ladies. Shout out to them. She lives on the border of like Michigan and Canada.
Yeah.
So she can see Canada from her window. So that might be the furthest.
Yeah, the consignment chat ladies, you say the word reseller and get together in the same sentence.
They're there.
Well, and Joe and Nicole are the same way because they came down to our Gatlinburg get together, which was small. That was a very small deal.
I was upset that I did not know about that sooner, Stuart, because I would have been completely game for that. When they told me that Joe and Nicole were coming to see, going down there, and they stopped to see me, I'm like, how come I didn't know about this? If I would have played ahead, just exactly easy drive, I could have drove with them, and then just because didn't they pick you up, Stuart, on the way?
Yes, Joe and Nicole did.
Yeah, I thought they did. Yeah,
that's right. Because they'd been over in Nashville with you, hadn't they?
Yeah, because they told me, they're like, we're picking up this Stewart guy. Do you know this Stewart guy? And I was like, I don't know, not like that.
Don't know him good enough.
Yeah,
that's one thing we should probably look at, Wes, is doing. I know when Molly and theirs wasn't so much a reseller. I mean, it was a very small, just more of an intimate because it was just people who could fit in a chalet, but. Gallenberg.
A chalet, Wes. A chalet.
There you go.
It would be awesome to do it would be awesome to do some kind of get together in Gallenberg, Wes. That
it would be.
There's plenty of hotel rooms and stuff up there. So
that initially, Stuart, that was last year. That's what I was going for. Is just I'm having this. Like, if you guys want to come and hang out, that's why it's like a meetup and not like a con or a rally. So it's like, I'm doing this thing. If you guys want to come, you guys can come. And a lot of people came, and a lot of people are coming this year because I guess last year. So it's more of it's starting to become more of an experience, which next year, I'm worried about next year because if more people come, then I'm going to have to charge for tickets because I have to be able to purchase a big enough event space to accommodate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to that point, would you consider like adding a day and starting a day earlier and actually having some maybe
I see
presentation, or not necessarily making it like a boss or where it's just all program, but maybe have some speakers or something. Because
I get that, and I don't know because. When I go to those things, I cannot sit for a long extended amount of time, and I can't, So, when people are in the area of like-minded people, and they're having coffee or having breakfast or going out back, smoking a cigarette out back or something, and you start to get those conversations. That I think that's more kind of like making business deals out on the golf course kind of situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like you get more out of that than you would if somebody was like on stage, like talking to you. I don't know. That's just my deal. But
and I certainly wasn't suggesting that it turns into like a flip con or a boss.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All it is, but if you got space, you're already having Joe and Nicole do their game show this year, and maybe more fun stuff like that. Maybe have
I agree.
A live, have somebody run a live whatnot auction for charity or something like that, like they've done it.
We were thinking about that, and there's just a lot of like logistical things and technology things. I mean, just to witness Wes struggle with just turning on his computer just a minute ago,
it is
it could be an issue. Do you know how many people, the messages that I got from people messaging me on Facebook and all these other, Instagram and TikTok and whatnot even. How do I register? I'm on the Facebook page and I don't know how to register. And I'm like, the registration is up on the top, pinned at the top of the page. They're like, I still can't find it. Or I registered. I just want to make sure that I'm registered correctly. And it's like, you should have gotten an email. Just like dealing with all that, that's like I have such low faith in in humanity after I get stuff like that. I'm like, these are people that like go about their day like paying taxes or like working for other. I'm just like, how do you get through the day if you can't do the simple task?
Well, I've learned if you want to make yourself feel real good, just go out to some of the Facebook reselling groups and read some of the questions, and you're like, how do these people sell anything?
That's what I'm saying.
Or the people. I mean, Whatnot's the best example I can think of. I mean, Whatnot used to be really picky. When I got approved to sell, you had to literally like make a video, and they interviewed you, and you had to prove you had enough inventory to sell for like sustain a year's worth of shows or something crazy like that. And now they just let anybody in, and these people run shows who appear to have not only never live sold, but never sold anything in their life because they don't know how to ship. They don't know how to do anything. Like,
yes.
That's the worst platform to try to start on if you've never sold anything.
Agreed. Or don't even know how to use your cell phone properly. You watch our show? I'm glad somebody does.
And we wasn't sure about if we were going to be able to come. Of course, we're only going to squeeze out Saturday because Stuart's daughter's getting married, and we wasn't sure if he was going to be able to go, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go. But I got you a good omen this past Saturday, at an estate sale. Look what I picked up.
Oh, look at that! Love it. That looks, yeah. So what is it? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Are you Titans? Are you guys Titans fans?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Some tickets for many years.
Oh, that's right. We know that you're a Steelers fan for sure.
I'm a Steelers fan. So
and Johnny's a Bills fan, so Johnny still thinks the Music City Miracle was not real, but
we did have that this time. We did have that conversation.
He's sorry he couldn't be on here tonight. He's been battling sickness today, and
I said,
man, I hope you're ready by this weekend.
Yeah, he said he's going to be ready. So he's one of him and they're one Frizzy Finds is one of our sponsors for the event. So shout out to them for not only coming but contributing financially to everyone to have fun and to pay for some of the expenses. Like that means a lot. Like you might want to go or say that, but like contributing financially, that's like a different level.
And if you're looking to grow next year, Ray, hit me up. Franklin Hill Ventures might can do some sponsorship.
Well, even the Finders Flippers.
I can always take your money, Stuart.
Yeah. Or Finders Flippers, yeah. Or the whole podcast.
We can always take your money. I know that our title sponsor is American Bubble Boy, and that's how we're doing it. They have contributed the most, and they are doing a lot for the meetup. So I really want to give Joel and Jared a big shout out to them for being the sponsor of the meetup, or the titled sponsor for the 2025 Nashville Reseller Meetup. So
yeah, I saw where they had give some discounts on some bubble stuff. So
yeah, on the Facebook page, which is even then, it's like, man, you guys are reaping the benefits of this all every way around. So we're doing a big giveaway at the meet and greet. So someone is going to win one of every product that they sell on their website.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now did y'all do any merch for the get together itself?
We did not, only because of sizing, t-shirts, like all that stuff. Like everyone's so different, and to flip the bill on getting t-shirts made would be very costly, and then you don't know what sizes or who's what or what is, unless we do like a prepaid thing, and it's just like, yeah. So I thought about it, Stuart, but everyone will receive, they'll receive free things, like I have these enamel pins made for the meetup. Everyone will get one of those. They'll get, your little ID badge where you can put your name on the front or the back, and with all the sponsors on there. And so there'll be stuff for everyone to at least take home and possibly win some great prizes.
So that's past what everybody's getting in the bags, correct?
Correct. That's some of the stuff that everyone will be receiving in the bags.
Gotcha.
Well, my goal is to make it for the whole time next year. I can't, for some reason, I couldn't come last year either, so I have not made it to one yet. But I mean, it's literally in my backyard. So
we're doing something, Ray. We're coming. We're doing something.
Yeah, at least just come to the Bends for sure. You know, we got permission from Middle Tennessee Goodwill to film, and one of the most brutal bins in the southeast. So
I've been there before.
So I was even surprised that even when I sent her like a message today, I said, could you send me documentation saying that we can, just so I have it and not just tell the manager or have signs up, but I would want to be able to have it just in case something were to happen. Because I had a video get taken down from me filming there after it was posted because of the fact that you're not supposed to film there and all that stuff. So
is that a Goodwill policy in general, or just the Nashville Goodwill bin?
It's just that one. Most of the Goodwills.
How did it get taken down though? How did that happen?
They asked me to take it down.
Okay.
I got an email from Goodwill. I guess probably some patrons complained that their faces were on it or whatever, and I'm like, oh.
So we're going to have to start putting disclaimers on all of our videos, because everybody and their brother's going to be making videos while they're there.
But we have permission to. That's the thing. Right. Yeah, and we can, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we have permission. Like, they can come out and say, oh, you got to take me out of a video? Nope, I have permission to. I have permission, and they'll have signs at the door saying anybody that enters this Goodwill will be recorded. Do not come in if you do not want to be recorded.
So and you may know this, Ray, if you do a lot of filming. So what are the rules? Like, if you're out at yard sales and stuff filming, are you allowed to show people's faces?
I think it's as long as it's in a public place, you can film regardless of who it is. So if you're outside, I guess if you're on someone's property, maybe the property owner has the right to not be on film, but it's somebody else, and maybe, I don't know, it could get that sounds a little sticky.
I mean, because I noticed, I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, but the ones I have watched, I mean, I noticed they don't seem to be concerned about showing people's faces. So I've tried in the past to start filming, and I can't. I'm too single focused on when I can't focus on.
You just have to have it on you, and just it is tough. It is tough.
And then I don't have the patience or the time to go back and edit stuff either.
That's the worst part.
So, I don't know. I've always been kind of the mind that, for me anyway, I don't know that I could be a reseller and a YouTuber just because I want to keep all my focus on the reselling part, because that's where I make my money. And I don't think I would ever make enough money filming, just because my personality's not suited that well to that sort of thing. But anyway,
I think you'll be surprised, Stuart, because people are always looking for value. I wouldn't even say record where you're sourcing. I would even record when you're shipping the stuff. Be like, my name is Stuart. This is the 10 items that sold today, and you show them off and tell them why you picked it up and how much you sold it for, and that's your video.
And even how you package some of the stuff, because he sells a lot of China,
Yeah, there you go.
China King in Knoxville, so
yeah. So there you go. It's like, my name is Stuart. I like to sell out of China. This is how I ship stuff.
My name is Stuart, and I have a reselling problem.
Yeah.
So Ray, sticking with the Nashville Flipper Meetup, let's go through each day, if you would, kind of give us a synopsis, a breakdown of how it goes.
So I'll bring up day one. Day one. Let me bring up my schedule here, so I can get the times correct. So day one, that's going to be Friday, April the 25th, and the first thing we're going to be doing, and probably the most important, if you will, 6:30 meet and greet at Jolly Ollie's. It's like a pizza and pub kind of place. I know the owners; they're great people. We rented out all their event space in the back. It's going to be awesome. They have a stage there, plenty of room. It's a great spot. And then at 9:30, we're going to make our way upstairs. They have a little indoor pool table, billiards, pool table, dartboards, karaoke. So Wes, I'm kind of a little disappointed that you won't be here on Friday, because then we won't get to hear you sing.
What are you saying, Randy Travis or something for you?
A deep voice has to have some sort of baritone in there. Yeah, something. So that's Friday, right? So that's Friday. And so Saturday, everyone, as soon as they get up, they'll go hit out the yard sales. And this is what I love about the Facebook group that we created for the meetup. People are already posting community yard sales during that weekend that people can go to. They're like, this is where this community yard sale is. This is where this one is going to be. So, I mean, that's awesome. And I didn't tell them to do that. I didn't say this, where you can find them. People are already posting. People are posting all the thrift stores and antique malls in the area. So it's great. And the cool thing about Wes are these badges. There's a QR code on them. If you scan the QR code, it's going to send you to the schedule with all the addresses and all the times. So you'll know exactly what you'll be doing or what everyone's going to be doing because of this badge right there. So yard sales in the morning.
Right there from the screen.
You can actually.
Yeah, hold it up there. Let's back it up just a little bit. Right there. Hold it.
Right there. Scan that puppy right there.
Scan that thing. Yes.
So next day would be Saturday. So again, the yard sales. We're all going to meet up for lunch again. This spot is actually across the street from the hotel. It's another pizza place. But they have sandwiches and wings and other stuff there. And the NFL draft is this weekend, so there will be plenty of TVs and stuff for people to watch the draft. And that's going to be fun. And then we're going to make our way down to the Goodwill Bins. After that, the boys over at the Reseller Locker Room Podcast are helping host the game terminal area of that. So that's kind of like an arcade, really cool place that we have here in Nashville where you can play a bunch of arcade games and pinball machines and stuff like that. And then I want everyone to be able to experience Broadway. So we're going to do that at night at 8:00. And then after that, on Sunday morning, like I did last year, I invited everyone to my local church, which is Legacy Nashville, which I would love, again, to invite people this year. So that's on the schedule. And we had a great turnout last year, and I hope we have even a better turnout this year, which it's great that this happened, but we moved from 2 services to 3, because if we only had 2, I don't think I could fit everybody. And we're already like struggling to fit everybody into 2 services. So having an extra service will really help accommodate everybody that's going to be coming this Sunday. So after that, we're going to go down the street from church, and there's a little Mexican restaurant there, and we'll have lunch there. And that's it. Sunday, and then of course people aren't like dead set on the schedule. Of course, if you want to do other things, that's cool. I know that on Saturday, the American Picker store that's here in Nashville is closing. Mm-hmm. And so Mike Wolf is going to be there to say goodbye to everyone that wants to come see them. So if you want to go meet Mike Wolf, this will be a perfect opportunity for you to go meet him. So
you know what time he's going to be there for that?
I believe 1:00 he's going to start being there. Don't quote me. He put it on his Instagram page, which I'll look at it right quick just to confirm the time.
You won't be able to get 2 miles from there, I don't think.
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that store had been there for like the last 15 years, I believe.
But nobody ever goes there, and I'm sure everything there is like overpriced, I'm sure.
Right.
But 11 to 4, Wes.
11 to 4. Central time.
11 to 4. Central time, that's right. So 11 to 4. Mike Wolf, the American Picker himself. Antique Archaeology is the name of the store. And if you want to go meet Mike Wolf, He'll be there 11 to 4. That's the weekend in a nutshell, pretty much. And of course, everyone can meet and greet and do stuff in the hotel and, all that stuff. And I don't know, I think it's going to be a great time.
So the one thing that we haven't discussed is the weather.
The weather, yes.
We talked about it a little while you were having all your technical difficulties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's run back through it.
I check it every day, Wes, and things as of right now, as of the recording of this podcast, 7:49 Central Time on April the 22nd, Friday, where the meet and greet is. It says the rain is expected to be here at 6 o'clock a.m. and stop by 9 o'clock a.m. and no more rain for the rest of the day. That's what it says, but it keeps changing. And as long as that's correct, hey, because we're talking, it's going to be real tight to fit everybody inside. We're going to have plenty of space outside. We're going to have of course, the game show. We'll have a photo booth there, Wes. What's that?
I said you got smaller all of a sudden. You hit your thing.
Oh yeah, I was my table here, my desk.
It's 3-year-old right now.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. What was I saying? So we'll have a photo booth there. That'll be fun. So everyone can take pictures of the photo booth, and you'll get like a physical copy of the picture that you took. So that'll have Nashville Reseller Meetup 2025 and all the sponsors on the bottom. So you have something physically tangible that say that you were there. And of course, our good friend Ken SSK Promo will be signing new Nashville Reseller Meetup headshots. I got to see him this morning. They look fantastic. I cannot wait to get a new Ken headshot.
They'll probably all be gone by the time we get there, Wes, because I'm sure that'll be
probably. I'm gonna
he'll say. I'll make sure he'll save you one.
I'm gonna let you sign this for me, Ray. I'm gonna get you to sign this one for me. Make it a giveaway.
Okay, there we go. I think it's weird. Like when people like want you to sign stuff. Yeah, as a person, like wanting another, not even like a celebrity, but like, like want you. It's like, oh, hey, Wes, sign this for me or sign this. Like, I keep getting all these messages from people, and they're like, who all's going to be there? Which YouTuber is going to be there? And I'm like, I don't know. And I don't know if you're like a crazy person that's just like wants to meet these, YouTubers, and this isn't about like, I'm going there just to meet this person. This is about like coming together as a community and like learning from each other, iron sharpening iron, and not just like going there for this one person because you see them. It's cringe to me. Is that not? Is that weird?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's funny how some people fangirl and fanboy on the YouTube people, and
yeah.
I went to my very first Boss Resell Remix. I mean, at that point, I had never watched a YouTube video. I don't think at all. I mean, I didn't know who anybody was, and I happened to be standing in line with Josh, Harry Tornado. I mean, I didn't know who he was, and just got talking to him, and all these people just kept coming up. I'm like, I finally said, who are you? Obviously everybody knows. He goes, well, I have a YouTube channel. I said, well, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. I apologize. He goes, no. He goes, you don't know how refreshing that is to hear somebody who just talks to you because, they're just talking to you. So, it is weird. We don't have that problem yet on the Finders Flippers Resell Podcast, but maybe one day.
Wes does for sure.
Well,
he has all those women stalkers.
Whatever.
Johnny will be giving out some Finders Flippers Resell Podcast merch in the form of stickers, I think.
Yeah, he said
they're on your screen.
Oh, that's gonna be dope! I can't wait for that. Yeah. And he's already sent us. He sent us his stickers already to put in the bags, but see, and that's another thing. I do love getting everyone's stickers. I don't know like where that even came from.
Now look
like resellers having but I just think
so it's
I'll tell you what, I don't have a lot of these, And I wasn't going to give them out to people, just friends and family. But when I see you guys on Saturday, I'll make sure to give you one of these.
Yeah, it'll go on my wall of fame back here. So, Wes, what we should do, Wes,
we're giving away a lot. We are
coffee mugs. And for anybody who watches this episode, we should come up with a code word. And the first person who comes up to us, we'll give away one of our coffee mugs to somebody.
What's going to be your code word, Stuart? Come up with it.
I don't know.
We'll let Ray come up with it. Come up with it, Ray. Give us a code word.
The first person who comes up to Wes or me or Johnny at the meet and greet and says...
Or on Saturday, because you won't be at the meet and greet.
On Saturday. We're only going to be at a couple places.
And we'll just have one. So the first person to do this will get one of these coffee mugs.
What's the code word, Stuart?
I don't know. We were going to, what should people, somebody's got to come up and say Wes is sexy or something.
Yes, that's it.
That's not it. That is literally not it.
The first person to tell me, Johnny, or Wes that Wes is sexy will get the one coffee mug. So
that's a nice one. I like that.
It is pretty sweet.
You don't have one, Wes? You might have to tell Stuart that you're sexy so you can get that coffee mug.
I did send Wes and Johnny one. So
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, those are nice.
See,
I like that.
Back to this though, Ray. See, I can get you to sign it, and then you can put the Nashville Flippers on it, and then I can do a giveaway at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's what I like doing.
We got the number 1 draft pick this year, so
yeah. What are you going to do with it? That's the thing. What are you going to do?
Hopefully, trade out of it and get more picks because we need all.
That's not what it's looking like.
Yeah, we need all the help that we can get.
Well, you all borrowed our boy from Pittsburgh for a year. Now he's going back. So,
who's that?
Mason Rudolph. Yeah, he was with the Steelers for 4 or 5 years, and then he left last year, and then he came back.
Who was what was the quarterback that played for UT that went to Pittsburgh? And now I don't know where he's playing.
Josh Dobbs.
I like Josh Dobbs. Where's he playing now?
He's been everywhere. He's been on like 11 teams.
I love Josh Dobbs. He did really well when he played, when he got a chance to play for the Steelers, for a little bit.
We had that 3-game stretch with the was it the Vikings or the Lions? The Vikings,
I believe, yeah.
Like he did really good for 3 straight games, and you were calling him the Pastronaut and all this stuff, and then he came out and had a terrible game and never saw the field again. So
yeah,
he's earned a good living being a 3rd-string quarterback, though. So dude,
he doesn't need to be. He could probably make more money making rockets.
Well, he can go to NASA tomorrow and start working.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
Easy.
He's been putting up a lot of flight videos where he's a pilot too.
Oh, that's cool.
He can fly planes. Yeah,
I like Josh Dobbs a lot.
I'm looking forward to it, and like I said, looking forward to being able to come for the whole thing next year.
I got a couple more questions for you, Ray.
Yeah, man. I got a couple more answers for you.
What did you go one day and say, I'm going to do this?
Do you want the truth or do you want the lie?
Let's start with the truth and give us the lie. I want to hear both of them.
All right. Well, the truth is better, and you won't want to hear the lie. The truth is that I wanted everybody to come to church on Sunday.
That's perfect.
And I said, I want the meetup is just a vehicle to get to people to experience the love of Jesus. And that's the truth. During my prayer time, I was like, the Lord told me, it's like, this is what you need to do. And, because a lot of people are so shy about going to church, but if you're going together with a lot of people that that you can trust, and it's easy, then it's going to be life. Like, I have to just open the door and people just have to walk in it, and he's going to take care of the rest. And when I sent out a survey after last year, and I said to everybody, what's like the, different questionnaire. What did you like? What did you like? What did you like? What didn't you like? What could be different? Everyone was like, the best thing was church. And I'm like, all right, that's all I need to do. That's all I need to know. And so like everything, all the planning, all the headache, all the different messages, and everything having to do is worth it when I get to see people walk in through my local church that I get to experience each and every Sunday. And they do such a great job with what it's easy to invite people to church when you know that your church is doing a good job overall, stewarding everything, the presence of the Lord, worship, financing, everything is being done correctly. And it's easy to invite 200 people to church because they're doing it right. So I'm super excited about that. And that's the reason why I wanted to see all my friends come to church.
Wow. That's awesome.
That is awesome. So that's what got you to put all this together.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All I can say is amen, brother. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'm going to have, at the meet and greet, I asked one of the associate pastors, the executive pastor, to come and just kind of pray over the weekend. Like we had somebody do that last year. So that'll be, just a mainstay to it's just nice to make sure that we're all okay and we're all going to have fun and, just protect us and all that stuff. So it's going to be great.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. That's
man.
Awesome.
So
that's awesome. And then the second thing is moving forward. Are you looking to rent out Titan Stadium next year, Nissan Stadium? Or
well, we're looking down the road even better, Wes, for what is that, 2027 when the new stadium is built. Maybe we'll get a suite or something there. We'll use Stewart's money and we'll rent out a suite.
I could probably rent out a closet there, but well, maybe next year. So maybe next year you shoot for Bridgestone, start small, and then go to will the original Titan Stadium still be there in 2026?
No,
next 2026. Wow.
Yeah. 2027. No, they're building it legitimately like 10 feet from the new stadium. Yeah. The cool thing that they're doing,
where the parking lot is that where they're building it?
Yeah.
On the other side of the
stadium. There'll be less parking. So closer to the river, there'll be restaurants and apartments and all that. Have you ever been to the new Brave Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Where they have, all that, the hotels and all that experience. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for. It's like an experience and not just part of a football game. But
the whole east side of the river will be developed as part of the stadium, I guess, or not. I mean, that whole area around the stadium.
Yeah, like they've been knocking stuff out, and it's gonna be intense. And the cool thing is they said they're recycling 90% of the stadium, the old stadium, to use for the new one. Like they were saying that a lot of the concrete that they're going to break up into gravel and use it throughout the stadium, and a lot of the glass and all that stuff. Say hi, Britt.
Hopefully they don't recycle the team. Hopefully they get a team before they move over there.
I hear that.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. When I moved to Nashville in 1990, they were just building Bridgestone, whatever it's called.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I guess it was Gaylord back then, but I bought season tickets to the first team that went in there, which was the Nashville Cats, the arena football team.
Yeah, still Bud Adams' team. Yeah.
And then the Predators came in. They predated the Titans by about 2 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, then the Titans went to Memphis, then to Vanderbilt Stadium, which is crazy. And then finally to where they are now.
I saw them play the Steelers over there at Vanderbilt Stadium.
At Vanderbilt?
Mm-hmm. The Titans, they were the Tennessee Oilers then.
Yeah.
They were playing over there. So me and my dad went down there and watched the game. But, yeah.
I mean, have you guys seen that? I think it's a 30 for 30 on the murder of Steve McNair. It kind of goes back and forth of like the investigation and like how the Titans came to be. it's okay. I don't think we really found out anything. I was kind of disappointed on it, but it was kind of cool just to see the history of the team, again.
We had a guy on last week, Mark Packer. He's a sports guru here in Knoxville, Tennessee. He's been on every TV station there is. And he gave us a story. He said that he was actually in the end zone when the Titans were 1 yard. I think it was Kevin Dyson. Or
Dang,
was it Dyson?
That's crazy. Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah. Super.
He said he was 11 yards away from the play. He was standing in the back of the end zone watching it. So
yeah, I was like, when Kevin Dyson was running from the Music City Miracle, like running down the sideline, my seats were like 10 rows up, like right in that corner of the end zone that he was running. He was like running straight at me.
Oh, nice.
I'm
surprised you stayed. A lot of people left.
Oh yeah, I learned a long time ago because when I was a kid, my dad would always leave games early so we could, quote, beat the traffic.
Yeah.
My brothers and I all swore to each other that we would never leave a game early no matter what. So I always stayed at the bitter end.
Well, going to games like that, even over at Neyland Stadium, it's a lot of work to get there.
It's a lot of work.
I don't think people really, if you've never been in one of these things, it's a lot of work. And especially like at Titan Stadium, once that game's over with, they start shoving everybody out. They're like, you got to go. Get out, get out, get out, But it's a lot of work to do these things. And I'm like you, I don't want to just up and leave because you might miss something,
Although, to be honest,
that's the issue that people have right now, because it's like the team is bad. The tickets are not cheaper. It's expensive to go, pay for parking, pay for food. For like a whole family, it's expensive. So it's like, why would I go if I can just stay home and have like a better experience, if you will,
Right.
And football is such an all-day commitment. I mean, it's like, to be honest, I don't even care to go to UT football games anymore. Like when I was younger, I was all about it. It's tailgate all day and go to the game. But now I like to go to the basketball games because you can go an hour before the game, watch the game, and be home, and within 45 minutes of the game ending. In football, you're there all day long.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys been to the new soccer stadium here in Nashville, the Nashville SC? That place is awesome. That place is awesome.
I've seen it.
Great place.
I haven't ever been in it.
It's so nice. I mean, everything is so streamlined. It's easy to get into, easy to get out. They did such a good job. So I hope that the new stadium is going to be similar, if not better. There's not a bad seat in that stadium, in the soccer stadium. So I'm sure it's going to be like that with the Titans, and it's affordable, and it's just kind of, go and have a good time.
It's got a new baseball stadium here in Knoxville, right downtown. They moved the one that was out in Sevierville to downtown, and that's what we're actually having the rehearsal dinner for my daughter's wedding at the Smokies game next week. So that's
nice.
Be careful having fireworks after the wedding. You see, they're already complaining. The residents downtown.
Oh, really?
They're already complaining about the team letting off fireworks.
Well, they do it don't they do it after every game? That's usually how the minor league games are, right?
Every game. I think they do it after home runs.
Yeah. Hey, you should know when you live downtown, that stuff goes on. So that's.
Well, Ray, we hope there's no complaining at the Nashville Flippers Reseller Meetup.
Me too, weekend. Man. That's the goal.
We're excited to breeze in and try to see as many people as we can see. Looking forward to.
Do you know what time you guys will be here on Saturday?
What time do you want to leave, Wes?
I'm thinking.
So we don't have to leave dirt early, but.
I'm thinking we might meet up around 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Well, don't forget, you gain an hour too.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. But I don't know. We're going to try to play that by ear. But yeah, we got it's a 2.5 hour drive. So,
and you got to drive it back. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
that's a day.
We're going to leave. We're going to leave after the bins, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll already be on that side of town too. So.
Right. We appreciate the opportunity, Ray. We thank you for the story of why you're doing it and how you're doing it. And
I do want to give a shout out. There's a lot of people. It's just not me. There's a lot of people that have helped me accomplish this. I do want to give a shout out to my little group of friends. My podcast mates. You have Brendan Big Time Flips. You have Joe with I Flip That and his wife Nicole, Chris and the Rural Squirrel, Angie with Angie Resells, and Ken with Escape Promo, and his girlfriend Jill. Like all those people have been helping me do certain things and certain, and even if I have an idea, just throwing it out to them. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about that? And just having their input on everything really helps, because if I were to legitimately do it alone, I don't think I could do it.
Well, we've had most of them on our show, I believe.
Yeah.
I think we've had them all just about. There's a couple of them we haven't had on here.
All great people.
All right, guys.
Thanks again, gentlemen. Y'all have a great evening, and we will talk soon.
Yeah.
Wow. Love it. The fireworks, boom.